Have you ever been stuck out in the wild and all you had was a plastic baggie and some water? Well, it turns out you can make fire. All you have to do is pour that water inside that bag and turn it around a ton of times. What it's going to do is going to form a cylindrical sphere. Now, you're going to have to get it really tight, make sure there's no air bubbles in the bottom. And you just keep turning and turning and turning until the bag is really tight. Make sure don't to overturn it, because then it could pop the bag. Depends on how strong of a bag you have. But once you've turned it and it has sort of a sphere look to it, you can use the power of the sun to form a very hot spot, like a magnifying glass, on whatever you're trying to burn and trying to set on fire. In this case, I'm using some char cloth because it burns fairly easily. So as you can see here, I've turned it. It's starting to kind of look like a sphere. And I'm going to concentrate the rays of the sun. And you're going to get a little close-up from a side action here to show you exactly that it's burning and that there's no YouTube magic going on here. That I am using a plastic baggie and that this is just water inside that. And I'm going to set this char cloth on fire. So there you go, I'm concentrating the rays of the sun here. It's forming a nice hot dot. And I'm pretty sure in a few seconds, oh, there we go, it's starting to smoke. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a valid fire here. That little char cloth can turn into a fire with a fire bundle. It's burning, and this char cloth burns red hot. It's going to hold its embers for quite a long time, enough to get you started to have a fire. Method number 2, the battery gum wrapper lighter. So first thing you're going to need is some gum, specifically gum with metallic paper. And you need a AA battery, or a AAA battery will also work, but AA works the best. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut off the edge of that wrapper. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a 1/4 inch strip, roughly 1/4 inch. Then you're going to fold the paper in half. And what you want to do is you want to cut the middle part. Needs to be 1/8 of an inch thick, roughly. If it's too thick, then this lighter won't work. It needs to be thin enough to concentrate enough heat at that point in order to get the paper to light. Then you're going to use the metallic side of the paper and you're going to attach it to the positive and negative terminals of the battery. And basically instantly it's going to start to smoke and light on fire. Now if it hasn't started smoking and lighting on fire that quickly, it means that the middle portion of your strip is too thick and you need to cut a new one. Method number 3. On the left is a survival whistle / compass / magnifying glass, and on the right is a credit card magnifying glass that you could just stick in your wallet. Now we're going to use both to harness the sun and focus a ray of light onto that char cloth and light it on fire. They both light relatively quickly. We're doing this in less than a minute now. So once you have them lit, because the char cloth holds a spark so well, okay, it's going to burn through that entire cloth before it runs out of fuel. Method number 4, the steel wool with a 9-volt battery. Just touch that 9-volt battery to the steel wool and it's going to hold an ember long enough for you to start a fire. Just make sure the battery is relatively new and touch both terminals to the steel wool. Method number 5, using a magnesium bar and some type of tinder. Now this one's a little bit more intensive. You're going to have to shave off enough magnesium and put it in a pile and set it on your tinder. In this case, I'm just using a paper towel. So you put that paper towel, in this case I'm going to put it in a bowl because we're fire safe here. And I'm going to take the little pile of magnesium that I have pre-prepared and put it in the middle. And I'm going to use the flint on the other side of the magnesium bar to light the magnesium shreds on fire, which will form a pretty large spark and get that paper towel going. Now, unfortunately, I did use a bowl for this, which was probably not the smartest idea because it was kind of hard for me to get my hands in there. I should have used a plate. Rest assured that if you were to do this out in the wild, you could get that flint part much closer to the magnesium and get the spark going much quicker. Method number 6, and the last one, is using a quartz rock in this case, or you could also use flint and hard metal steel to create sparks off of it and light your tinder on fire. That's all for today, folks. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe below. See you next time.